Hello, you level 4 students. How are you today? Hope everybody's well and not nobody's sick. It's a beautiful day again today outside, and today is the day that we're having the drive-through for the nations. So hopefully everybody got a chance to go get some food and some diapers and some books from us up there. And I hope, like I said, everybody's doing well. Uh, we're going to start Unit 10 today. Many of you have done the Unit 9 work already. I want to let you know that if you have any questions about any of that, please let us know. Text us, call us. We'd love to hear from you. But today, as a start of every unit we start looking at these pictures, right? So we're going to we will look at the pictures on page one of your white book on page 122. So if you go ahead and get that, that'd be great. And I will go ahead and make myself smaller here. Boom. So that you can see this is the photo. These are the pictures. So we always talk about it before. What's going on here? If you can see that in that first square, there's three people, Felicia, Michelle, and Ricardo. Who do you think they are? You think it's like a boss and his two employees, or a grandmother and her grandchildren, or what do you think? I think it's a mom, a dad, and their daughter. What else do we see in that picture? Well, we see that they've got plates in front of them with knives and forks resting on the empty plates. So it looks like they've just finished eating a meal, maybe a dinner together. We see that there's a calendar on the wall. And what month is it? It's August. So, and then if we look at the second picture, now who I think is the dad is looking at a computer in the second and the third pictures. In the second picture, it says fly cheap. What does cheap mean? It means inexpensive in this case, inexpensive. And so he's looking at how to fly to a certain place called San Francisco. San Francisco is a city in California, Northern California. California is on which coast of the United States? East Coast or the West Coast? California is on the West Coast, so that's the Pacific Ocean. It's near the Pacific Ocean. In the third picture, now the dad is looking at hotel specials in San Francisco. Hotel specials in San Francisco. So what do we think that they were talking about in that first picture? Is August? August is a time when many people take a vacation. So do you know what a vacation is? A vacation is a time when you take time off of work, and often you might either spend time together at home, or you take a vacation and you go on a trip somewhere. So we say take a vacation or go on a vacation, depending on if you're going to stay home or if you're going to go somewhere. Now there's another picture at the bottom of that page. So they're talking about maybe flying to San Francisco. Picture number 4 is a little bit different. So now it shows the same people, mom and dad and daughter. And where are they now? It looks like they're outside. The dad and the daughter are playing catch with a ball. The mom is setting the table on a picnic table outside. They have a tent. Usually what that means, if you're outside and you have a tent, is that you're going camping. Camping is when you go to somewhere in nature and you sleep in a tent outside. So that's what they're doing. It looks like in that number 4, they're going camping. So let's listen to the story and try to figure out exactly what is going on in these pictures. There's all the pictures you can see at once. And I've got the story loaded on another computer here. So let's listen to the story.
Unit 10, Free Time, page 123. Exercises 2A and 2B.
I'm so exhausted. I really need a vacation.
You know, my work is pretty slow right now. I can talk to my boss. Maybe he'll give me a few days off.
Oh, Ricardo, what a great idea. We haven't had a family vacation in 2 years.
Where would you like to go, Felicia?
We could go to San Francisco. Michelle's 6. She's old enough to enjoy it, don't you think?
Well, let's see if there are any deals on any of the internet travel sites. Look, if we book a flight 7 days ahead, we can get a round-trip ticket for $200.
That's not too expensive. Are there any discounts for children?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad. What about hotel rates?
Not cheap. Summer is the height of the tourist season. If we stay in a nice hotel, it's going to cost at least $250 a night.
Plus the room tax, don't forget. You have to add on an extra 14% or something like that.
Right. I forgot about that. So if the 3 of us take this trip, and if we stay in San Francisco just 3 days, it's going to cost almost $1,200.
That's a lot to spend for just a 3-day vacation, Ricardo. Maybe we should just go camping instead.
Yeah, you're probably right. We could go to Big Bear Lake. If we do that, how much will it cost?
Well, gas will probably cost about $100. The campsite will cost about $35 a night, and then there's food. But that won't be too much if we grill hamburgers.
Michelle will probably have more fun camping, too.
I agree. So, what do you think? Should we make a reservation?
I'll reserve the campsite after I talk to my boss tomorrow.
I hope he says yes. We really need a vacation.
Okay, so I'm going to let you listen to that one time through again, then I'll ask some questions. One more time.
Unit 10, Free Time, page 123. Exercises 2A and 2B.
I'm so exhausted. I really need a vacation.
You know, my work is pretty slow right now. I can talk to my boss. Maybe he'll give me a few days off.
Oh, Ricardo, what a great idea. We haven't had a family vacation in 2 years.
Where would you like to go, Felicia?
We could go to San Francisco. Michelle's 6. She's old enough to enjoy it, don't you think?
Well, let's see if there are any deals on any of the internet travel sites. Look, if we book a flight 7 days ahead, we can get a round-trip ticket for $200.
That's not too expensive. Are there any discounts for children?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad. What about hotel rates?
Not cheap. Summer is the height of the tourist season. If we stay in a nice hotel, it's going to cost at least $250 a night.
Plus the room tax, don't forget. You have to add on an extra 14% or something like that.
Right. I forgot about that. So if the three of us take this trip, and if we stay in San Francisco just 3 days, it's going to cost almost $1,200.
That's a lot to spend for just a 3-day vacation, Ricardo. Maybe we should just go camping instead.
Yeah, you're probably right. We could go to Big Bear Lake. If we do that, how much will it cost?
Well, gas will probably cost about $100. The campsite will cost about $35 a night. And then there's food. But that won't be too much if we grill hamburgers.
Michelle will probably have more fun camping, too.
I agree. So, what do you think? Should we make a reservation?
I'll reserve the campsite after I talk to my boss tomorrow.
I hope he says yes. We really need a vacation.
Now, I know that in today's world with the coronavirus and everything, that this seems maybe like a hard lesson to even listen to. These people are wanting to take a vacation so that they can get away from their everyday life. Maybe some of you have lost jobs, or your husbands have lost jobs because of the coronavirus. So you're thinking, oh, I don't even have $35 for one night at a campground. I want to let you know, too, that if you have lost a job due to the coronavirus, please let us know. We can maybe try to find a way to help. So please let us know as soon as possible if you've lost a job due to the coronavirus, or your husband has. Anyway, so I think we were kind of right when we looked at this. The family was looking at the calendar. They were wanting to take some time off and go on a trip to San Francisco. But then what did they figure out about that? How much were the plane tickets? $200 each. So 3 people, no discount for their 6-year-old daughter. So that would be $600 for the 3 of them. Then how much were the hotel rooms? $250 a night. I've never spent $250 on a hotel room. That's a lot of money for one night in a hotel room. So they figured out that just for the hotel and the flights was going to be over $1,200 if they spent 3 nights. And then they'd have to eat meals in restaurants, and then they would have to pay to go see things in San Francisco. So that was going to be too expensive, right? So what did they decide to do? They decided to go camping. Camping was not real close. Cost them $100 for gas, and then $35 a night for their hotel. So they could do the whole thing for $250 instead of over $1,200. So that's the story. That's what's going on in the story. So there's some vocabulary there that I want to go over with you that happened in the story. And I have to move this so you can see it. Okay, vocabulary. There we go. The first word that we have in our vocabulary is day off. And day off, that means a day when you don't have to work or go to school. So it's a day when your normal activities you don't have to do. So remember, the husband said that it was slow at work, and maybe he could get some time off or a few days off of work. So that means that's why they can go on vacation. The second one is to book a flight. So to book means to reserve. So you can book a flight means to reserve a seat on an airplane. To book a flight, reserve a seat on an airplane. And camping, I already talked about what that is. It's living in a tent or a cabin or a trailer in nature. Camping. So this family ended up going camping at Big Bear Lake. Discount. A discount is when an item is sold for less than the normal price, and it's measured in percentage. A discount. So you have to be careful when you go to a store, though, because they might say 35% off. And then there's an item that used to be $10 and it says 35% off. So it would be $6.50. But sometimes stores are dishonest and they take an item that is $6.50 and they put a tag on it that says $10. And then they say 35% off. So they're not giving you a real discount. A discount is when an item is sold for less than the normal price. So you have to be careful that what they're saying is true, that the normal price is really $10. So the next one is round trip. Round trip. So you can book a flight that goes from here to San Francisco, and that's just a one-way flight. But a round trip flight, you go one day from here to San Francisco, and another day you fly from San Francisco back to here. So you book a ticket to a place where you go both ways. So you go from where you are to somewhere else, and then from that place back to where you are. Round trip. An attraction. Attraction is something that people want to see. So in San Francisco, there's several attractions. There's a prison called Alcatraz. There's the Golden Gate Bridge, which was an amazing bridge at the time it was built. Nobody thought that they could do it. There's really steep hills on the city. There's a place called Chinatown where there's many people from China who live there. So there's lots of places in San Francisco that people want to go see. Those are attractions. So Golden Gate Bridge is an attraction. Alcatraz is an attraction. The next word is in advance. In advance. That means before going to a place. So if you book your plane ticket early, so if you want to fly today and try to buy a plane ticket, it might be very expensive. But if you know you're going to fly in August and you book your flight now, that's saying I'm booking in advance because it's not August yet. And you might get it cheaper if you book in advance. The next word is ferry. And in this case, ferry means a boat that brings you from one place to another. So if you're on a river and you want to get across the river and there's no bridge, sometimes there's a ferry. And sometimes those are for people to go across. So you walk up and get on the ferry and go across. And sometimes they're for cars. You can drive your car onto the boat and take the ferry across. There's one in Galveston, if you ever go to Galveston. The next word is sellout. Sellout. And what this means is that all the tickets have already been sold. So if you want to go to a concert and you try to buy a ticket and there are no seats available, they say it is sold out. It is. If you want to buy a ticket, you might say, I need to buy my ticket early because it's going to sell out in the future. Past tense, sold out. And the last word on our vocabulary is lodging. Lodging, a place to stay temporarily. Really, lodging means a place to stay. When we're talking about a vacation or a hotel room, it's temporarily. Camping, it's temporarily. But your house is also your lodging. So, lodging. So those are the vocabulary words we have to do. Let's look together in your books, your white books, at page 123. Page 123. It's on the screen here. Notice at the top, and we've listened to it twice already, at the top of the page, let's see if I can move it. Uh-oh. All these questions at the top of the page already, but let's do it again. Who are the speakers? Well, there's Mom, Felicia, Dad, Ricardo, and daughter, Michelle. I have a daughter named Michelle. And then what are they talking about? They're talking about wanting to take a vacation, right? There's two different types of vacations they're looking at, going to San Francisco and going camping. So the next part is a table that compares those and the prices for those. So we already talked about this. The transportation for round trip per person was $200. The lodging for a hotel per night was $250. And then the tax, remember, she said she thought 14% tax. So that would add another, what, $20, $30, $35 to the price of the ticket, something like that. In Dallas, I think it's a 16% lodging tax. In Austin, it's 19 or 20%. So when you look at a hotel price, you have to know if that includes a tax or not, because it can be a lot more money if you're not careful. The price for camping, gas for the car was $100, and a campsite per night was $35. So that's why they decided to go camping, if you remember, because it was so expensive. And then the next thing it asks you to do is to read the story again, read the story below, and fill in this story with the words that we just talked about. Book a flight, camping, days off, discounts, reserve, round trip, tax, and tourist. So go ahead and do that. Next time, we'll give you those answers, okay? And we'll read the story with the answers so you can listen to check your answers to see if you got them right. Okay? Also, for next time, remember your green books. You can look in your green book, and on page 114 and 115, there are more. There's more practice for you to do with listening, so you can read another story, answer questions using this vocabulary, and remember, in that book, you can check your own answers in the back of the book. So it's always good to do that. So that's all for now, and it's good to talk to you. Lori and I both long to see you again and be able to do this in person. And we hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Bye now.